see where the clock is up there? Yeah. Oh, this is that moment of excitement.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you all so much. This has been on my calendar for a while, and I've been excited ever since the day I signed it up and played here a few times. I see some familiar faces out here. My name's Hal Odell. I go by Hal-In-The-Mountains. This is my good friend Megan Allen.
Hi,
Let's hear for
everybody.
Megan Allen.
Hello. So happy to be here with y'all.
And we'll play and talk and sing, and we're going to have a good time. Promise you that. So, you know those rules about you should never tune up on stage?
We're songwriters, though.
That's right. We don't like rules very
We
much.
call this an intimate show.
So, Megan's from Houston. I'm originally from North Alabama, but I had lived in Oklahoma for a long time. I've been in Nashville for 5 years. Probably a few of y'all, I know Travis is a lifelong Crossville guy. A bunch of people I bet here from Tennessee, but most people in Nashville are from somewhere else. But we came here to get what we couldn't get out there in the world in songwriting, and Nashville changes us all, as does Tennessee. This song's called Tennessee Made. Moonshine and moon pies, Beale Street and blues, the best drink and whiskey, 3 chords and the truth. That grand old Opry and that old Ryman stage. I tell you, the best things in life, Lord, they're Tennessee made. From the mighty Mississippi to the Gatlinburg Hills, big cities and neon, the farm towns and fields, we come together as the volunteer state. We're strong, we're proud, we're Tennessee made. Dolly and honky tonks, 6 strings and songs, Graceland and Rocky Top and the Tennessee Waltz, music, road magic, and hearing that twang. The best things in life, Lord, they're Tennessee made. From the mighty Mississippi to the Gatlinburg Hills, big cities and neon, farm towns and fields, we come together as the volunteer state. We're strong, we're proud, we're Tennessee made. Strong, we're proud, we're Tennessee made. Megan Allen, y'all. We're family and friends, living proud, living free. We're made in Tennessee. From the mighty Mississippi to the Gatlinburg Hills, big cities and neon, farm towns and fields, we come together as the volunteer state. We're strong, we're proud, we're Tennessee made. We're strong, we're proud, we're Tennessee made. Thank you. Thank you.
Hal ODell, everybody.
All right, so this is an easy night for me because I play a song and then I sit here and sometimes I dabble a little bit. Megan is going to be playing all night, which is good for you. So anyway,
Yeah.
plays away.
All right. So I wrote this song with two of my good friends, Josie Bisto and Corbin Champeau. And this song is about going back to roots that you didn't know that you had in the first place. I can tell you ain't been here before. When you step through those double doors, you hit the brakes. And if I had to guess, that fancy dress is making you feel just a little out of place. They're all placing bets. Did your private jet blow in from Manhattan or LA? But they can't see the flicker in your eyes that's dying to ignite again into a flame. Well, if that lush life fits you a little too tight, loosen up with some honky-tonky bites. If you're born in a city green to the gritty, trade your black high heels for boots, you'll be sitting pretty in a jacked-up Chevy in a Tennessee minute or two. Harder than swallow bar, just a couple dollars will be hotter than a cigarette. Lose those white-collar blues, kiss a redneck. The only kind of high life here is flowing from a keg of beer, and it's 2 for 1. So forget your class and your champagne glass. I'll pass you something golden in a plastic cup. Oh, take a chance, get up and dance. You'll find our kind knows how to ride a bus. And at closing time, those southern guys know how to get their truck stuck in a little mud. I'll have some fun and fuck her up. If you're born in the city, green to the gritty, trade the black high heels for boots, you'll be sitting pretty in a jacked-up Chevy in a Tennessee minute or two. Hotter than swallow bar, just a couple dollars will be hotter than a cigarette. Lose those white-collar blues, kiss a redneck. Kiss, 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 kiss a redneck. Kiss, 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 kiss a redneck. Kiss, 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 kiss a redneck. Kiss, kiss, kiss a redneck, a redneck. If you're born in the city, green to the gritty, trade your black high heels for boots, you'll be sitting pretty in a jacked-up Chevy in a Tennessee minute or two. Hotter than swallow bar, just a couple dollars will be hotter than a cigarette. Lose those white-collar blues, kiss a redneck. Kiss a redneck. Thank you. See, you're not off the hook. You still have to play on my songs.
It's just dabbling. All right, so yeah, I spent most of my formative years out in Oklahoma, and write a lot of stuff about the country world out there, which is probably not so different than the country world here. But this song is called Kiowa County, Let Me Go. Envision how good it feels to be in a multi-generational farm, and then envision how bad it feels to be the one that watches it all go away. That's where you're living in this song. The auction bill said dryland farm. Total acres 618. House is older, barns are clean. Spring rains turn the pastures green. But what it didn't say was 1923. My great-grandpa signed the note. It's good he's dead, so he don't know. I went and let the whole thing go. So you can run me off this ranch. You can paint the family name right off the gate. Well, you can pave the whole damn thing with concrete. Bury all the grass away. Do all you can with all your time. In the end, it won't be yours any more than it was mine. Everything worth selling's gone. Everything that ain't is mine. The hard red dirt I leave behind, I never knew another kind. Kiowa County let me go. All you did was keep me poor. I never knew the game before, but Jesus, now I know for sure. So you can run me off this ranch. You can paint the family name right off the gate. Well, you can pave the whole damn thing with concrete. Bury all the grass away. Do all you can with all your time. In the end, it won't be yours any more than it was mine. And tonight, stroke of midnight, I won't be losing money farming anymore. Thank you. Thank you. It was kind of my transitional song. I had it about half written when I moved here in 2018 and finished it here in Nashville.
We all got songs like that, right? Come to Nashville with like a certain amount of songs, and you're like, I'm going to make it tomorrow. But you know they call Nashville a 10-year town. So only 6.5 years to go.
We've almost got 10 years between us, though.
That's true. You know, so it should work out for the two of us. Does anyone like whiskey in here? Yeah. A few of us. Yeah. This is a whiskey song. I feel like a single shot in a whiskey glass. Wanna double down, but it never seems to last. Gone so fast like a bullet, hard to fill your cup to the fullest. When every Jim, Jack, Johnny, and James always goes down the same. I need somebody smooth and strong with a little twist, steady and soft to kiss my lips, and I can't wait for another taste. A warm silhouette I could come home to, sunsets far away with rooftop view, sweet escape from a long hard day. I want a little sip of something classic, a new habit, old-fashioned. I've been craving some southern comfort to soothe my soul, till I'm full all the way to the top with liquid gold. It's a cold, cold life that I'm living. Where the hell is my Kentucky gentleman? I'm trying to be patient. I know good things come with age, but I need somebody smooth and strong with a little twist, steady and soft to kiss my lips, and I can't wait for another taste. A warm silhouette I could come home to, sunsets far away with rooftop view, sweet escape from a long hard day. I want a little sip of something classic, a new habit, old-fashioned, old-fashioned. I want a little sip of something classic, I gotta have it. Smooth and strong with a little twist, steady and soft to kiss my lips, and I can't wait for another taste. A warm silhouette I could come home to, sunsets far away with the rooftop view, sweet escape from a long hard day. I want a little sip of something classic, a new habit, old-fashioned, old-fashioned.
Thank you, everybody. Now somebody tonight has to order some whiskey. I don't know if they have any.
All right, so I've got a couple of friends in town, and I'll talk about them through the night. Zach Hennard and Greg Wilson, and we've written most every Wednesday morning for the last 3 or 4 years. We write a lot of that time and talk a lot, and argue a lot. But we get some songs out of it. Greg and I were sitting in a bar in Nashville listening to a young artist singing. He was up on stage and he had a cast on his arm. At that time, I think he was about 20 or 19. So he came off the stage and we went and talked to him and said, "Hey, man, what happened?" And he said, "Oh, I punched a wall. You know, the wall always wins." So we heard that and we're like, "Oh, that's a song." So we scurried back to our writing room that next Wednesday and we wrote that song. So this is called "The Wall Always Wins." I went to work mad this morning. I should have stayed in bed. I came home with my pride and another last paycheck. I gave my boss a cussing that he won't soon forget. Oh, but he still got a job, and all I got's regret. Rolling loaded dice, losing every game. lighting up the sky,
lighting up the sky,
going down in flames, burning all these bridges that can't be crossed again.
Can't be crossed again.
'Cause I keep punching walls, and the wall always wins. Well, I know the end will be here as soon as she comes home. And to tell the truth, I can't believe she stuck around this long. By tonight, she'll be in Knoxville at her mama's, and I know what's coming next. I'll be up against that same old wall, doing just what I do best. Rolling loaded dice, losing every game, lighting up the sky,
lighting up the sky,
going down in flames, burning all these bridges that can't be crossed again.
Can't be crossed again.
Oh, I keep punching walls, and the wall always wins. Rolling loaded dice,
Rolling loaded dice,
losing every game,
losing every game,
lighting up the sky,
lighting up the sky,
going down in flames, burning all these bridges that can't be crossed again.
Can't be crossed again.
Well, I keep punching walls, and the wall always wins.
Wall always wins.
I keep punching walls, and the wall always wins. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, a lot of these songs could be cautionary tales.
Yeah, there's not a lot of not a lot of good news coming out here. It's maybe it's sad in a good way. How's that?
Well, you could write like a guide, you know, like
What not to do?
yeah, it could be like a coffee table book, like The Wall Always Wins
Yeah.
by Hal ODell.
Lessons not to live by.
Lessons not to live by. You know, they make for a good story. Sad stories always make for a good story.
Happy songs are harder to write than sad songs.
That is true, you know, but they happen. How about a sassy song next? You want to play some blues with me?
Absolutely.
If I was a flower, I could bloom on your front lawn. If I was a flower, I could bloom on your front lawn. Couldn't keep in the vase for your honey, then all my beauty would be gone. If I was a sunbeam, I could dance on your front porch. If I was a sunbeam, I could dance on your front porch. If you want me to shine on you, honey, you gotta open your front door. If I was a rainstorm, I could fall on all your nights. If I was a rainstorm, I could fall on all your nights. If you want to feel me on your shoulders, you gotta get yourself outside. If I was a flower, I could bloom on your front lawn. If I was a flower, I could bloom on your front lawn. Couldn't keep enough space for you, honey, then all my beauty would be gone.
I love playing that with Hal. Hal's guitar just makes everything better.
It's the guitar. The guitar's old. And sometimes it looks up at me and it's like, come on, man. I've been here a long time. If somebody out there could play me better than that.
No.
So thought I'd throw in a few cover songs instead of just these made-up ones that we've written. Any Tyler Childers fans hiding out here? Tyler Childers?
Hey!
Ah.
One person.
One?
You're cool. You get the brownie points for tonight.
Maybe everybody will be happy they got introduced to Tyler Childers.
He's pretty good.
My belt buckle makes impressions on the inside of her thigh. There are little feathered engines where we tussle through the night. If I'd known she was religious, then I wouldn't have came stone to the house of such an angel, too messed up to get back home. Looking over West Virginia, smoking spirits on the roof, she asked, ain't anybody told you that them things are bad for you? There's been many folks who's warned me, there's been several people tried, but until now there ain't been nothing that I couldn't leave behind. Hold me close, my dear, sing your whispering song softly in my ear, and I will sing along. Honey, tell me if your love runs true, and how I can always count on you to be there when the bullets fly, to run across the river just to hold you tonight. Oh, my heart is running circles. Oh, these circles it has raised like a little feathered engine calling out the clouds to rain. I go running through the thicket, I run careless through the corn, just to hold you for a minute, though it leaves me one more. Hold ye close, my dear, sing your whispering song softly in my ear, and I will sing along. Honey, tell me how me love runs true, and how I can always count on you to be there when the bullets fly, to run across the river just to hold you tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
So now you got to look him up after this.
That's right. Tyler Childers.
All right. I'm feeling pretty lucky tonight. I did not write this next song, but I sure wish
Now
I
you're
did.
going to copycat me.
I know. We've reached the covered section of the
Exactly.
evening. Well, I woke up this morning, stumbled out of my rack. I opened up the paper to the page in the back. It only took a minute for my finger to find my daily dose of destiny on my sign. My eyes just about popped out of my head. It said the stars are stacked against you, girl. Get back in bed. I feel lucky. I feel lucky. Yeah. No Professor Doom gonna stand in my way. I feel lucky today. Well, I walked up to the corner, gave my number to the clerk. I bought some millions, so I called in sick to work. I bought a pack of Camels, a burrito, and a Barks. Crossed against the light and made a beeline for the park. The sky began to thunder, the wind began to moan. I heard a voice above me saying, girl, you better get back home. But I feel lucky. Oh, 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 I feel lucky. Yeah. No tropical depression gonna steal my sun away. I feel lucky today. The story of the story, it's simple but it's true, and it starts my life, but the numbers never do. I feel lucky. Oh, I feel lucky. Yeah. Hey Lyle, hey Dwight, you don't have to fight. Hot dog, I feel lucky tonight. I feel lucky. Oh, I feel lucky. I think I'll flip a coin, I'm a winner either way. I feel lucky today. I feel lucky today. Thanks. Again, I wish I was getting the royalties for playing that song.
Right. Like she needs a little more money for us playing that song.
I know, but you know what? She deserves it.
That's right. That's right. All right. So a couple of years ago, those same two buddies of mine, Zach and Greg, we were writing together, and we had a young artist come in, a guy named Rowdy Shea, who I'm still hopeful that y'all all get a chance to see out there in the world when he makes it big and takes us with him. Anyway, he came to us and he wanted us to write a song talking about how a man ought to treat a woman, and we kind of chewed around on that because it's been done a few times. But we thought, well, maybe the way that young man gets that explained to him is by the young woman's dad. And we came up with this song, and this song is called More Than Just a Girl. I showed up at her front door. Her dad said, come on in. She'll be down in a minute. Let's sit for a second before your date begins. He wasn't cleaning on no shotgun. He didn't try to scare me off. He didn't plead like I expected. He just began to talk. He said, I cried when she took her first breath. I was there for her first steps. I'll see her in those pigtails every day that I got left. She's my heart, she's my soul, she's the light of my whole world. So remember, when you walk her out that door, she's so much more than just a girl. She's her mama's only daughter. She's got her grandma's middle name. She came 3 weeks early, already in a hurry on the day our whole world changed. He said, I ran beside her first bike. I taught her how to drive. I say I love you way too much, but I mean it every time. She's my heart, she's my soul, she's the light of my whole world. So remember, when you walk her out that door, she's so much more than just a girl. She walked in the room. I stood up and shook his hand. I saw a girl through a father's eyes and began to understand that pretty blonde from English class was so much more than that. Don't believe me? Well, just ask her dad. He said, I cried when she took her first breath. I was there for her first steps. I'll see her in those pigtails every day that I got left. She's my heart, she's my soul, well, she's the light of my whole world. So remember, when you walk her out that door, please remember, she's so much more than just a girl.
Didn't that song win some sort of competition?
Something, yeah.
What competition did that song win again?
Oh, that SongTown thing. Yeah, it was SongTown Country Song of the Year last year. Which is,
woohoo!
Yeah, it's like there's Grammy, CMA, and then there's a bunch of other ones, and you go way down, and then you get to SongTown. But if you win it, you're still pretty happy. So anyway.
Hey, don't let him fool you. That's a good accomplishment. And it's a good song, right? Makes you want to cry. I don't even have kids, and I'm like, oh.
Somebody back here's got daughters too, because I could see tears just wanting to peep out there. So I knew you were familiar.
Aww.
Okay, so did we change the lyrics a little bit for? Yes. Okay. And it was back east. Oh, that one's in Chicago. Okay, so, and it was here that you heard that. That's right. So it played that. It was probably in anyway, a year or two ago, whenever it was. And Dan reached out by some internet thing and said, "Oh, my daughter's getting married. She's not she's her mother's only daughter. That wasn't right." And this Sarah, not Sarah Jane, it was something. Carrie Ann. And so anyway, he said, "Oh, if we could just adjust a couple of lines, and we could play it and do the first dance." And I said, "Oh man, we were so honored that somebody wanted to do that. We of course had them doctored up, and I saw the video. I was crying." So, and that song, it hasn't really gone anywhere yet. commercially, but there's probably been a dozen weddings now that's been used at. And Greg, co-writer, he got asked to come play it at a wedding in South Carolina about 2 months ago, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, it's a little far, whatever it was." And he said, "Well, my dad's dying of cancer." And it was like, well, yeah. So anyway, he came. It was the same kind of thing. The whole place is crying. We were crying watching the video. So, you know, the songs they find a life of their own. You package them up and you make them as nice and strong as you can, and you send them out in the world. And I was really honored. So.
Oh, that's so lovely. You know, everybody thinks that like the greatest thing you could ever do is as a songwriter is like have a #1 hit or like, you know, have a song on the radio a lot. But I for us, it's really like just songs that touch people.
This is like living forever. I mean, it's like living on, you know, with your song.
Yeah. So that's so sweet. Thanks, y'all, for sharing that. I'm going to be a little less sweet with this next one, so I hope that's okay. When I first came to Nashville, I noticed, and there's nothing wrong with this, you know, but I noticed that a lot of country music sung by men was like, I like my truck, I like my girlfriend with the long legs and the ice cold beer. There's nothing wrong with that, right? No. But a lot of country music sung by women was like, I just killed my husband. So then I was like, well, I need to write a song like that.
That's
right?
not funny. That's not funny. That's sick.
It's a little funny. Come on, ladies.
Beside her bed is a silver ring worn by someone she once knew. It lost its shine in 83 and its diamond in 92. She rises with the money, but she never puts it on. It stands for something different now, for sins and patient wrong. The past is cheap and heartless, it was made for us to lose. It's not easy to forget words left unspoken, even when the circle's tarnished, even when it turns you blue. Oh, it will never be broken. That oak tree in the meadow's dry and brittle from the drought. It's bare and weak and battered, oh, but she won't cut it down. She sits there in the evening underneath the shattered sun to watch it break the skyline like the barrel of a gun. The past is cheap and heartless, it was made for us to lose. It's not easy to forget words left unspoken, even when the circle's tarnished, even when it turns you blue. Oh, it will never be broken. There's a diamond in the pasture and another wedding band. 6 feet underneath that dry oak tree on his buried head. None visit but his cheated bride, no stone marks where he rests, 'cause her left hand pulled the trigger and put 3 bullets in his chest. The past is cheap and heartless, it was made for us to lose. It's not easy to forget words left unspoken, even when the circle's tarnished, even when it turns you blue. Oh, it will never be broken. Oh, it will never be broken.
Megan Allen, y'all.
Thank you. You know, sometimes when I say put 3 bullets in his chest, everyone erupts in applause. And I'm like, okay, there's some pent-up aggression in this room. But you guys must be in happy marriages, so congratulations,
Yeah, like I could sing a song about shooting her 3 bullets in the chest.
Yeah, it's a double standard,
I'm going to jail then. All right, so like I said, sad songs, that's not, you can write those. Happy songs, not so easy. Funny songs, I don't even try very much, but I sort of accidentally write one once in a while. And here's one of them. Mom and Dad were just 19 when I came along. Next year was my sister, new verse, same song. They went from high school to work into family in the blink of an eye. He was a 30-year man at the DuPont plant. She was a PTA mom with an apron and a minivan, living that typical middle-class American life. One day my sister called, said, I'm at Mom and Dad's. Things are getting weird, you better get here fast. Mama's got a tramp stamp, boob job and beach tan. Daddy's wearing flip-flops, grooving on Snoop Dogg. For sale by owner sign in the yard. Still bought a beach house that I'm gonna get out somewhere down in Mexico, so everything's gotta go. I swear I smell marijuana in the garage. For most folks, their wilder years come first. I guess Mom and Dad are living in reverse. I went over to the house and man, sure enough, my old straight-laced parents was all turned up. I asked my hippie-looking dad, hey, tell me, what's going on? He said, we raised the two of you and we got that right, but now your mom and me are fixing to turn back time. We got a lot of catching up before we're dead and gone. So mama's got a tramp stamp, boob job and beach tan. Daddy's wearing flip-flops, grooving on Snoop Dogg. For sale by owner's sign in the yard. Said down to Roosevelt, they said they bought a beach house somewhere down in Mexico, so everything's gotta go, and I swear it smells like marijuana in the garage. For most folks, their wilder years come first. I guess Mom and Dad are living in reverse. And here we had to turn around that famous line that we were all battered around the head and shoulders with when we were that age. Ready? Who'd have thought they'd turn out like this? We're not mad, we're disappointed. Right? But Mama's got a tramp stamp, boob job and beach tan. Daddy's wearing flip-flops, grooving on Snoop Dogg. Watching them grow young is so bizarre. It's beer and margaritas, they'll call us if they need us. It looks like they're gonna do everything we wanted to. It smells like Willie Nelson in the garage. For most folks, their wilder years come first. I guess Mom and Dad, well, hats off to Mom and Dad for living in reverse. For living in reverse. Thank you, thank you. We'll be back to death and destruction and heartache, so don't worry. If happy ain't your thing, you don't have to wait long.
I don't know. That laughter was a little too loud. Is that some of y'all's story out there? Thank you, sir. I think I'm going to play a sweet one. Okay, but before that, a show of hands, who in here has ever lied to someone they love? This is such an honest crowd. Normally it's like one person, But I commend you all. But, yeah, like, don't worry, honey. I can fix it. Don't call the plumber, you know. Or, do these jeans make my butt look big? You know? Everybody's, This song's about that a little bit. This car, I'm gonna put it in a different key.
Man, that was smooth singing that in there, though. That was really good.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'm a professional. What can I say? Straight from Broadway, straight from Nashville. This car won't start until I hear that seatbelt click. Your nose grows longer when you tell a big old fib. Too much TV and you'll go blind. Santa's always watching, so be nice. If you tell the truth, I swear I won't get mad. It's just a little scrape, you know it's not so bad. Those stick figures on the fridge are works of art. And thunder's just got bowling in the dark. Love lies in the spilled milk on the table. Love lies when the truth's too hard to handle. In a little twin-size bed with a butterfly nightlight, that's where love lies. Don't you dare call the plumber, I can fix it. Those skinny jeans from college fit you perfect. And that casserole you burnt tasted great. I didn't notice that your hair was turning gray. Love lies in the supper on the table. Love lies when the truth's too hard to handle. Tucked in a queen-size bed right here by my side. That's where love lies. We're still pretty young, we're not too old to drive. Age is just a number, just a state of mind. Heaven ain't so far away. When you need to let go, I'll be okay. Love lies at an empty breakfast table. Love lies when the truth's too hard to handle. Buried underneath a live oak, still sleeping side by side. That's where love lies. That's where love lies. Thank you. See, he told you to get back to dark and depressing.
That is so good.
Thank you.
So Asa and Angela are not here, so we can talk about them, and instead of embarrassing them, we can brag on them a little bit, because this is a special deal. This place and what they've created, I just can't say enough about what it's like to be able to come here from Nashville myself and several of my friends, and we just anxiously await coming here. And so
It's true. Y'all treat us so good. You feed us. You listen to us. Normally, we get kicked out the back, and you know.
Well, in Nashville, you play for exposure instead of actual money. We haven't found a place that cashes exposure, though. All right, I'm gonna write a song. I'm going to play a song Greg Wilson and I wrote. He's from Central Kentucky, but you know, you write a bunch of songs, obviously, and you write about love and happiness and loss and whatever, and then you sort of work through all the regular stuff, and you start going on to what's left in the bucket. This song is about drugs and arithmetic. This is called Harlan County Math. 4 miles to the blacktop, 4 more till you get to town. 4 kids and a strung-out wife, every step a little deeper down. Every check from the government comes along with a couple of bills. Daytime working won't pay them off, but dealing in the nighttime will. So you burn a double tank of minor station gas, driving 80 pounds of Appalachian grass to the far side of Ohio. Every mile on some old back road, you come home with a shoebox full of cash. It all adds up to the only chance I have. That's Harlan County math. Used to be the coal mines, then them backwoods stills. These days it's slinging oxy, and to hell with who it kills. 'Cause there ain't no more jobs, and there ain't nowhere to go, and there ain't no use to praying, 'cause God ain't gonna show till you burn a double tank of minor station gas, driving 80 pounds of Appalachian grass to the far side of Ohio. Every mile on some old back road, you come home with a shoebox full of cash. It all adds up to the only chance I have. That's Harlan County math. Harlan County math. Years of hopeless, ain't no change. See it carved in these lines on my face. When every day is a battle to the death, smell the desperation like whiskey on my breath. Alabama to Ohio, the only thing that I know, what's gone ain't never coming back. Add it up, you'll see the answer draped in black. That's Harlan County math. Harlan County math. Ooh, Harlan County math. 4 miles to the blacktop, 4 more till you get to town. 4 kids and a strung-out wife, ever step a little deeper down. Thank you. Thank you.
You know, normally you would think that drugs and math don't mix very well.
And you laughed when I said that.
Yeah. Have you been there before? Are you from there?
So it's pretty funny. I've never been there. Greg's been there some. He's got some family not far from there. But we had several people through the years come up and say, damn it, that song makes me mad because it's accurate. I said, so we're not mistreating the county by singing that. And then, no, it's exactly right. It's just sad. So.
Well, I'm going to play a little song about being in love. Like, there's not enough songs about being in love already. I wrote this with a friend, Riley Roth. She's really good. You should look her up. Sit with me in the springtime. We'll make all our short stories long. Fill your head with daisies and pretend that they've been there all along. There's nothing dark enough to blind us when the sun is shining right behind our eyes. We don't have to worry about tomorrow. Just let this moment hold us for a while. The words dance right off your lips. There's so much to learn at the edge of your kiss. Flipping pages, captivated, time starts to slip. But I could listen to you going on and on and on. No grass could grow any greener than the kind that's growing right beneath our feet. Maybe this is just a sweet delusion. Maybe the way I believe it will be. The words dance right off your lips. There's so much to learn at the edge of your kiss. Flipping pages, captivated, time starts to slip. But I could listen to you going on and on and on. The way that you speak is a sweet melody, like my favorite song. Going on and on and on and on and on. The words dance right off your lips. There's so much to learn at the edge of your kiss. Flipping pages, captivated, time starts to slip. But I could listen to you going on and on and on. Going on and on and on and on and on. Thank you. No one ever knows when that song ends. And then I'm like, because it goes on and on.
Now
On and
I
on and
understand.
on,
That makes
you know.
sense now.
You know, is it still happening? Who knows?
What a job. All right. So far so good? Everybody okay?
Yeah, how's everybody doing? I don't see anyone asleep yet, so that's usually a good sign.
All right. So Megan, this fall is going on tour.
I am.
Garth Brooks tribute show.
Tribute show.
Put on by a
Remember?
friend of ours, and with Megan and several other incredibly talented musicians, and they're going to be traveling all over the country, and we're going to live vicariously through her out there in the world. But back here, maybe we could play one Garth Brooks song. Just to,
Yes.
Maybe I better tune up. Garth would probably, he would want me to be tuned up. He would have somebody to tune his guitars, though. But.
It's true. He's got like 3 guitars back there, and a guy just hands it to him, you know? That's what we need here, you know?
Yeah, that's what.
Who's our guitar guy? It's us.
Looking back on the memory of the dance we shared neath the stars above, a For one moment, all the world was right. How could I have known that you'd ever change your mind? And I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. Our lives are better left to chance. We could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Holding you, I held everything. For one moment, wasn't I the king? If I'd only known how the king would fall, then who's to say? Oh, I might have changed it all. And I'm glad I didn't know the way it all would end, the way it all would go. My lives are better left to chance. We could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Oh, my life is better left to chance. I could have missed the pain, but I'd have had to miss the dance. Thank you. Thank you.
That's one of my favorites.
That's one of my favorites.
Me and the band, we actually went to Vegas last week because he has a Vegas residency that just opened, and we saw him on opening night. And holy moly, that fiddle player was so good. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home and practice for like 3 weeks straight without sleeping now. Okay, I'm gonna take it up a little bit.
Good.
So, this song, I'd like to say, is all about balance. And that's all I'll say about that. I say my prayers with the lips of a sinner. I drink my whiskey from a stained glass. A little John Denver, a little Skinner. Well, I'm a little high class, a little white trash. There's an angel on my shoulder, and the devil's on the other, and he's always pissing off my mother. 'Cause I'm a rule breaker, troublemaker, double shot taker on a Saturday till bar close. And I'm a hot dance pounding that rolling into church on a Sunday in yesterday's clothes. The preacher's always speaking to me, but I'm sitting in the front row seat. 'Cause I know I'll go to hell if I don't. A tall, handsome stranger, and he leans in for a last call kiss. I trade my soul for a taste of the danger, and I forget that Bible verse tattooed on my wrist. 'Cause I'm a rule breaker, troublemaker, double shot taker on a Saturday till bar close. And I'm a hot dance pounding and rolling into church on a Sunday in yesterday's clothes. The preacher's always speaking to me, but I'm sitting in the front row seat. 'Cause I know I'll go to hell if I don't. door closed. And all my heart that's pounded at rolling into church on a Sunday in yesterday's clothes. The preacher's always speaking to me, but I'm sitting in the front row seat. 'Cause I know I'll go to hell if I don't. My mom always says, say this disclaimer after, like, I don't have a Bible verse tattooed on my wrist, you know. I don't stay out till closer, but I do go to church.
Why you got to mess the story up?
I know, right? You guys had this image of me, you know, as this bad girl, you know, playboy type.
All right. So normally I play harmonica a lot, kind of reasonably well, but a lot.
Very well.
But when you have a fiddle player with you, you're like, oh no. The harmonica's only a stand-in for the fiddle player, really. But you got to break it out a little bit. Something sounds kind of close.
You know, the weather's changing. The strings stretch out. We put the capos on, you know, you take them off.
In my career, my short career in a small band, if I heard it, it was horrible, because normally it's the bass player taps me on the back, like, fix that thing. I think that's good. So wrote this with a guy named John Frank a couple of years ago. It's about desperation and looking for something to help you get through that. Empty church, early morning, the sun cutting through that stained glass like a knife. My head hurts, I'm hanging on to this fifth of beam I need to start my day off right. I'm down here at the end of my rope. I'm looking up for a little hope. So Lord, if you're real and you're listening, and you don't think I'm past forgiving, is there something in that Bible to pull me out of this bottle? 'Cause the life I've made, it ain't worth the living. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. Broken home, broken vows. I broke everything I had. The devil must be proud. I don't know why you take me in. If I were you, I'd hate the man I've been. But Lord, if you're real and you're listening, and you don't think I'm past forgiving, is there something in that Bible to pull me out of this bottle? 'Cause the life I've made, it ain't worth the living. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. It's the last place ever thought I'd be. But here I am, down on my knees. So Lord, if you're real and you're listening, and you don't think I'm past forgiving, is there something in that Bible to pull me out of this bottle? 'Cause the life I've made, it ain't worth the living. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. I hope I still belong to you, 'cause if I don't, I'm just a drunk in a church pew. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We both sang our church songs at the same time.
We did.
We definitely planned that.
We planned so little that statistically it's unlikely that that's planned.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you so much.
So, I really like old westerns. I think they're a cool vibe. So I decided to write a old western kind of song. This is actually, the title was my friend Ryan Hydro. He's doing some great stuff. And then he brought this to me, my friend Josie Bestow, and this is what came out. Purple smoke on the horizon, 3 bullets left in my gun. The night was long, but that moon's moved on, and now my shadow stretches out like a skeleton. The river's run dry, there ain't no sign of life. Just a big black vulture hanging over my shoulder like he's waiting on me to die. But I'm not alone, I've got a friend. That satin sun is shining for me again. He's a soft-spoken, sweet talker that'll make you believe that there and then can shimmer with water, draw you one step closer to your next drink. He don't want me thirsty, no, he don't mean to burn me. Yeah, he's got my back and he keeps me on track, don't even gotta ask, 'cause I'm not alone, I've got a friend. Yeah, that satin sun is shining for me again. Fire red on the horizon, another hard day done. He says goodnight with the painted sky, I know he'll find me at the crack of dawn, 'cause I'm not alone, I've got a friend. Oh, that satin sun is rising for me again. Thank you. You feel like you're in the desert now?
All right. I'll see your cowboy song and raise you a cowboy song.
Yes.
So I've been writing quite a bit with an artist, and he lives in Nashville now, but he's originally from southeast Alabama. As he describes it, the impoverished part that you drive through when you're going to Destin. Anyway, we wrote this cowboy song, and he was really disappointed because he liked it so much, because he's like, I can't sing a cowboy song to anybody, so we got to find a home for it. anyway. This is called Same Old Cowboy. Well, I don't carry all the pain I did before. Well, you had your reasons for walking out that door. But you sound tired of being out there on your own. You want to come back 'cause you think I'll feel like home. But you meet the me you left ain't the me you're gonna find. Well, I never learned to be the changing kind, tasting that same bottle of wine, thinking I'd get sweeter with time. Maybe sometimes, but this time it don't. Well, I'm still the same old cowboy you didn't want. I still stay out early, even when I get up late. You know what? I'm going to go back and sing that line again because I love that line so much. So if you'll indulge me, I'm just doing this so the video will be really cool. I still get up early, even when I stay out late. I still spin them same songs on our old RCA. And I love tomorrow when it looks about like today. And everything I need's between my fence and my front gate. Well, you were right to leave this life behind. Well, I'll never be the man you left to find. Chasing that same bottle of wine, thinking I'd get sweeter with time. Maybe sometimes, but this time it don't. I'm still the same old cowboy you didn't want. Let's have some fiddle. Chasing that same bottle of wine, thinking I'd get sweeter with time. Maybe sometimes, but this time it don't. Oh, I'm still the same old cowboy you didn't want. I'm still the same old cowboy you didn't want. Thank you. Thank you. It's all live up here, folks. Hits and misses and hits again, anyway.
That was really good.
I just hated singing it like that. It was backwards. It was so stupid when you sang it like that.
It's okay. You guys forgive us for the little mistakes. That's what makes live music great. Or at least that's what we tell ourselves as musicians. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to play another spooky one if that's okay. this land knows no kindness, it shows no mercy, it can crush a man's soul and drag you deep beneath the current and fill your veins until your blood runs cold. Let the water rise, the raging river run. Here comes the flood. Let it fill the sky, drown out the sun. Here comes the flood. There's darkness in the valley, waiting in the shadow of death. Brother against brother, like lightning and thunder, turns love into a final breath. Let the water rise, the raging river run. Here comes the flood. Let it fill the sky, drown out the sun. Here comes the flood. A heart of stars, broken flesh and bone, bathed in the blood that'll never wash clean. In the higher ground, there's no redemption to be found for the secrets this unholy water keeps. Let the water rise, the raging river run. Here comes the flood. Let it fill the sky, drown out the sun. Here comes the flood.
Thank you. Hal ODell, everybody, on that solo. Woo!
I just play hard.
I mean, that's what we can do, right?
Exactly. All right. I like these longer shows because I can circle back around and play some of these farm country songs that are special to me that overlap a little bit, and I'm going to play one of those for you. This song is called $4 Wheat. Blow sand and gullies and low rolling hills. The wind's always pushing, nothing stands still. It's almost a garden a lot of the years, but the desert beneath it it's always right here. $4 wheat, $4.50 to grow it, stretched on the rack of God's holy plan. It took half a life, but finally I know it. He holds the rich in the palm of his hands. He holds the rich in the palm of his hands. Counted on the rain was like blood from a stone. Counted on the next year till the credit was gone. The bank took the farm in the spring of '05, and I took a job at the tractor supply. $4 wheat, $4.50 to grow it, stretched on the rack of God's holy plan. It took half a life, but finally I know it. He holds the rich in the palm of his hands. He holds the rich in the palm of his hand. Come on, Megan Allen. Well, hang on.
Not quite yet.
I still smell the rain. Now, see, I'd love to blame this on you, but I was pausing. What?
I still feel November.
Oh, that's it. Man, I'm falling to pieces. And this is one of my favorite songs, too. But anyway, I still feel November like steel on my skin. I still smell the sage in the curls of the wind. But I don't raise nothing, I just stare at these walls. And I'm nothing but wet when the rain finally falls. $4 wheat, $4.50 to grow it, stretched on the rack of God's holy plan. It took half a life, but finally I know it. He holds the rich in the palm of his hand. He holds the rich in the palm of his hand. Oh, he holds the rich in the palm of his hand. Thank you. Thank you. Right the ship for us, Megan Allen.
I remember.
Yeah,
that's my favorite one.
She's like, I know my songs. And she knows mine too, apparently. So.
Oh, well, they're good songs. They're easy to remember, But, an early applause is twice the applause, I like to say.
I always wonder about those kind of pregnant pauses when people are playing and they pause for a little bit. And I think, are they waiting for people to get emotionally in, or are they just forgotten the words? Because for me, it's about 60-40. Anyway.
And this is the same thing. If your voice if your voice breaks, just pretend to cry. That's what I do. If you see tears rolling down my face, am I emotional or am I? I was kidding, kind of. So I actually wrote this next song as a school project. I went to Belmont in Nashville as a songwriting major, and it was really fun because I got to write songs and get graded for them. And this project was like we had to look at a piece of art, and we had to write a short story about the art, and then we had to write a song based on our short story. So the piece of art I found was like this beautiful woman, and she had like this ring on that was like super big, and she was kind of looking down and reading a book and smiling, kind of like her husband like told her a joke that was kind of bad, you know? And the painting was called The Artist's Wife, like the painter's wife. And I was like, oh, so this is like, I thought it was so cool that we could see this woman like through the eyes of her husband, even though centuries have passed since the painting was painted. So I was like, I wonder how history will remember me. Like, will history remember me as, I don't know, some stellar singer-songwriter? Or will history remember me through all the photo books that end up in antique shops one day, you know? So this is based on that concept.
We've passed up this little shop time and again, but today it was raining, so you pulled me in. Now I'm flipping through fragments of lost days lived as they're gathering dust in a drawer. She's kept in a likeness that somebody made. Her dark eyes stare silently out of her frame, and I wonder if anyone knows her name or remembers her face anymore. You stand by the coats in a stupid old hat, fake peacock feathers on a black velvet cap, and I laugh and I wonder if moments like that will soon live in this place, in a box in the back. They'll remember you sitting for your high school picture, or standing on the front steps with your sister. They'll see you and wonder why you were smiling, and what kind of childhood secrets you're hiding. And they'll call you a shadow of a time that they missed, but I'll remember you just like this. The corner she's in seems so empty and cold, and I don't like the thought of her being alone. So I pay the $5 to give her a home and hang her beside your mother. Later I'm lying awake in your arms, focusing on the slow beat of your heart, and I memorize every sweet thing that you are, holding on to your silhouette there in the dark. They'll remember you sitting in your beat-up Chevy, the way that you were on the day that you met me. They'll see you and wonder why you were laughing, and what made that moment worth photographing. And they'll call you a shadow of a time that they missed, but I'll remember you just like this. When the years turn our memories into antiques, and the language we lived in is obsolete, I hope somebody finds us and somebody sees the love lingering on our lips, and remembers us just like this. We'll live in a white photo book in the attic, rice in my hair and a rose on your jacket, in front of our little house holding a baby, or eating that blue birthday cake that you made me. And they'll call us the shadow of a time that they missed, but I'll remember us just like this, or remember us just like this.
Thank you.
What a song. Wish I'd gone to school to learn to write songs.
It was kind of fun, you know.
I just wrote a whole crap load of crappy songs instead to learn to write
Well,
better songs.
I did that too. I just,
All right. Well, as I told you, I was originally born in North Alabama and kind of moved around and kind of landed out there in the flyover states of Kansas and Oklahoma. But before we moved here, we actually had moved out in the Mountain West and lived up in the mountains east of Park City, Utah, and sort of imprinted on that country. I had spent a lot of time out there as a kid. This song is, as far as I can tell, it's a love song, and it's a love song about songwriting and about the West. It's called "The Mountain." The moon fights its way through the clouds. The stars fill the night sky past the counting. The Red River wanders past the bayou where I'm from. And I climb a little higher up the mountain. I do battle with a pen in this guitar. It's hard to see tomorrow through the doubting. But I burn another candle and I try to find the words to light the darkness in the shadow of the mountain. Looking back at the losing and the scars, it would have been a smoother road without them. But the man they made is strong enough to fall and get back up and keep fighting with the mountain. Come the day when my days on earth are through, leave the valleys to the ones that do the plowing. Spread my bones where the high wind saws a fiddle through the pines. And I will rest in the arms of the mountain. The moon fights its way through the clouds. The stars fill the night sky past the counting. The seasons pass like seconds, forever feels like home. Here in the heart of the mountain, here in the heart of the mountain. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wrote that with my good friend Zach Hennard and a really strong artist in town named John Eason. Thanks to those guys.
You got such good songs. If anybody's a songwriter, it's Mr. Hal Odell. You know what I'm saying? Right? Everybody agrees.
Thank you. Thank you all.
This is a song that goes over really well on Broadway. We'll see if it goes over well here.
Nothing good happens at last call when the night is short and the drinks are tall. Smoking weed lit cigarettes, lighting up memories you wanna forget. Oh, it's just a fool's paradise. Oh, it's just a temporary high. Don't take advice from a bar stool prophet. Don't fill up your cup and empty your pockets. Dance with the devil, hoping for heaven. Can't pay for your sins with a reckless confession. You won't find love in that neon buzz, no. Pick up lines and pick up trucks, ain't nothing but noise. Don't chase liquor with cowboys. Ooh, 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 There's a fine line between dusk and dawn when you rise with the moon and set with the sun. Never say you'll never drink again. Leave that message at the bottom of the bottle unread. Oh, it'll mess with your head. Don't take advice from a bar stool prophet. Don't fill up your cup and empty your pockets. Dance with the devil, hoping for heaven. Can't pay for your sins with a reckless confession. You won't find love in that neon buzz, no. Pick up lines and pick up trucks, ain't nothing but noise. Don't chase liquor with cowboys.
Do you guys like to clap? Ready?
Talk real loud, but we never listen. Just can't resist another round. So pour one out for your poor decisions. Raise one up before it all goes down. And don't take advice from a bar stool prophet. Don't fill up your cup and empty your pockets. Dance with the devil, hoping for heaven. Can't pay for your sins with a reckless confession. You won't find love in that neon buzz, no. Pick up lines and pick up trucks, ain't nothing but noise. Don't chase liquor with cowboys.
Megan Allen.
Thanks. You guys are really good at clapping, you know.
Oh, they're team players.
You guys can keep time. We should start a band.
There's no money in it, though. Don't get your hopes up.
We can split it about 20 ways, you know.
All right, so when I was in my younger-ish years, I spent a couple of summers working out in Cimarron, New Mexico. And there's an old hotel and bar called the St. James Hotel. And I never stayed in the hotel, but I stayed in the bar quite a bit. Anyway, it had these same old tin ceilings, just like this, and there were bullet holes in there, and they had a little plaque on the wall that said, you know, Billy the Kid shot this, or I don't know, you know, somebody. I don't know if it was true, but anyway, that's what the plaque said. It always sort of stuck with me how cool that was, that place, it was built in the 1835 or 40, something like that. Anyway, so I had carried that idea around for a whole lot of years long before I was a songwriter, and ended up a couple of years ago bringing that to some friends. It's just what I'd written in my little book. There's still bullet holes in the ceiling of the St. James Hotel, and I'd carried that around for a couple, 3 years, and these guys thought that was cool, and so we wrote a whole song around that line. Anyway, this song is called St. James Hotel, and I'm lucky that I can play it tonight. It used to be I played it by myself, but once Megan started playing with me and singing, then when I was by myself, I was like, man, this is awful. So this is the only time it gets played by me. This is St. James Hotel. Oh, I know I show some rust, got plenty of sins I'm guilty of. At least I know that I was built to last. Missed a turn 2 steps ago, I can drive it backwards, don't you know? As long as I'm not running from my past. There's things I've done and things I'll do and things I've always wanted to, and some things I hope will never change. 'Cause I find a peace in knowing that there's still wishes in that well. The tide keeps on rolling, and there's still bullet holes in the ceiling of the St. James Hotel. If my back's against the wall, at least I'm inside despite it all. Better here than being left out in the cold. I dodged a rock a time or two till I found one to hold on to. This one's worth more than any gold. There's things I've done and things I'll do and things I've always wanted to, and some things I hope will never change. 'Cause I found a peace in knowing that there's still wishes in that well. The tide keeps on rolling, there's still bullet holes in the ceiling of the St. James Hotel. There's things I've done and things I'll do and things I've always wanted to, and some things I hope will never change. 'Cause I find a peace in knowing that there's still wishes in that well. The tide keeps on rolling, there's still bullet holes in the ceiling of the St. James Hotel. There's still bullet holes in the ceiling of the St. James Hotel. Thank you. Megan Allen.
Hal ODell, everybody.
So you take the harmony and the fiddle out, and then you're like, I'll play
It's
another
still
song.
a good song. That's how you know what a good song is.
This is a good song.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, go ahead. We got time. You're in the catbird seat. Play a song. Then I might sneak blue in at the end.
Oh, I think you should.
All right. We definitely planned the set list before here. We're definitely not just making it up as we go.
No, it's written on the ground right down there as a loose guide to the future.
Okay. I wrote this song with Corbin and Josie. They're like the greatest of friends, and they're amazing. It's called Fixer Upper. This heart is like an old house. It stood through any storms. Cold air creeps in the windows, but it still stays warm. A porch wraps around it with splintered broken boards. You gotta have that magic touch to open up that sun-soaked wooden door. I'm a bit of a fixer-upper. You gotta be careful where you step. The bones are strong, but it's been so long since love lived here within these walls. I got a solid structure, but it's haunted by regret. It could stand on its own, but we're so close to making a home out of this fixer-upper. We can peel back all the layers with a little elbow grease, add a fresh coat of paint and hang little memories. We'll bring it back to life and we'll build it back together. It'll have its little imperfections, but that's what makes it better. I'm a bit of a fixer-upper. You gotta be careful where you step. The bones are strong, but it's been so long since love lived here within these walls. Got a solid structure, but it's haunted by regret. It can stand on its own, but we're so close to making a home out of this fixer-upper. Yes, I'm a bit of a fixer-upper. You gotta be careful where you step. The bones are strong, but it's been so long since love lived here within these walls. I got a solid structure, but it's haunted by regret. It can stand on its own, but we're so close to making a home out of this fixer-upper. Thank you.
So, could I play one more song and then we'll take it to the house? Is that okay? But before I do, where could people follow you were they so inclined to follow you?
Yeah, so my name has 2 A's in it, Meagan. You can thank my mom for that. I'm Megan Allen. You can find me on Spotify. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me, I have a website if you want to sign up for my email list. I know that's pretty fun, right? Getting emails from little old me. Yeah, but I'm coming out with an album in September, so if you guys liked me, you know, you can keep a lookout for that. It'll be a lot of fun. So, and how can we find you, Mr. Hal ODell?
Well, you can read on the guitar case here, it says Hal-In-The-Mountains, and it made more sense when we lived in the mountains, but I sort of like it, so I hung on to it. So anyway, Hal-In-The-Mountains, you can find me. That's my website, halinthemountains.com. Email Hal-In-The-Mountains, Spotify. There's actually Megan's an artist. I'm a songwriter that sings songs out loud. So I'm trying to get other artists to do my songs. But there's this playlist on Spotify called Hal-In-The-Mountains Songs, and you can hear a bunch of songs I'm a co-writer on if you're so inclined. I'm going to do one last one we wrote a month or so ago. I was lucky enough for my friends Greg and Zach to pull me in with yet another artist, a guy named Ellis Griffin. And they had started a song that they were hung up on a little bit, and it's about the color blue and what a bad rap the color blue gets, because it's pretty. So this song is called I'm Sorry Blue. I'm sorry blue, a color like you deserves better. Seems like poets and fools have made up a rule that heartache and you go together. You've been done wrong by a million sad songs. We ought to repaint the record. 'Cause when I see you, you're a forever July sky. Cabo ocean waves that envy the shade of her eyes. To me, you're the color of the way she laughed, as bright as the light of the dreams we had. It's cold and it's dark where I'm at. Ain't nothing blue about that. Sadness is brown like whiskey spilled out of this bottle, or the dust blowing gray as she drove away and I was too stupid to follow. Painted all black, she ain't coming back. Nah, blue, you ain't the color of sorrow. 'Cause when I see you, you're a forever July sky. The Cabo ocean waves that envy the shade of her eyes. To me, you're the color of the way she laughed, as bright as the light of the dreams we had. It's cold and it's dark where I'm at. Ain't nothing blue about that. 'Cause when I see you, you're a forever July sky. Cabo ocean waves that envy the shade of her eyes. I cry for the color of the way she laughed, yearn for the light of the dreams we had. It's cold and it's dark where I'm at. Yeah, it's cold and dark where I'm at. Ain't nothing blue about that. I'm sorry, blue, a color like you deserves better. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for being here. It's been a blessing for us.
Yes. Mr. Hal ODell. Woohoo!
Miss Megan Allen.
Yeah.
Megan Allen.
Woohoo!
Now we get to eat what you got to eat.
But come be our friends. Come talk to us, please.
Absolutely. Hang around.